morning's here.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Disney Morning Show. I am Kyle, and joining me this morning is Luke.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you. I spent a week in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, having
another year older, another
year
Hollywood trip.
I don't know if we'd call myself another year wiser, but
Never.
That's the goal at least. But hello to Fred Ramirez, top of the morning, and also to insert co-host here.
Yep.
I
saw a Benji show while you were gone.
I was gonna say I did see that there was a Benji show, so switching it up a little bit. Hello to Spencer Walker, Genie plus Geo, Nikki B getting the Camp Rock excitement on the way.
It doesn't work as well as Descendants, but Camp Rock.
And it's Dollywood Luke. That's me. Hi, hello.
This is full name.
That's
hey,
my legal name now.
I know since you haven't been around a while, we haven't checked in on it. So let's check in on the Disney stock price. Yesterday when we checked it, which was a half hour later than it is today, it was at 103.30. Now 103.68. That's up.
That's 38 cents more.
And more importantly, it's still above 100, which was not when you left.
Yeah, no, it was down at like 94 or something like that, I think. So yes. That's good news.
Well, speaking of good news,
I feel like we need an interstitial that's just the scene of Demi Lovato in Camp Rock going, Camp Rock. And if you like Demi Lovato and you like Camp Rock, in news that really should come as no surprise to anyone, Demi Lovato will in fact be appearing in Camp Rock 3. We've known for some time that she is an executive producer on the film, and of course she starred in the first two alongside the Jonas Brothers. It's kind of where she got her big start. But she will be reprising her role as Michi Torres in the upcoming film. They've said it's a cameo, so no idea on if she's gonna, literally just pop up for a moment or if she might have a little bit more of an involved role. But she will be in Camp Rock 3, which is going to premiere on the Disney Channel on August 13th, and then the next day on Disney Plus. And we got a lot of fun Camp Rock stuff going on recently. I know Benji, I'm assuming, was at the Camp Rock 3 premiere last night.
Where they announced this right before that. I'm like, really? You couldn't let people going to the premiere discover that for themselves?
Yeah. So there were the 2 sleeved and 2 non-sleeved appearances there. Demi Lovato and was it Joe Jonas showing off their arms, while Nick Jonas and Kevin Jonas had nice suits on.
Yes.
Very interesting get-ups there. But you can see more of that. Also, some of our other recent coverage of Camp Rock. I know you went to the Camp Rock bus tour, and then Benji went to another one, or someone.
Yeah, he went to the Los Angeles one, which was way better. Well, actually, I don't know if it was Benji. It might have been Doobie and Rebecca. But somebody went to one in Los Angeles, and it was like much more than the St. Louis one, which is I anticipated.
I was going to say, in surprising news no one saw coming, something in LA is better than something in St. Louis.
Well, the good news is that the shortest on location ever just got slightly longer because of that. So,
oh, good. Okay. So your Gen Con one was like 5 minutes. So is it shorter than...
I mean, it would have to be. There was nothing to it. It would be the 90% of it would be like still waiting on the bus, and then the bus shows up and be like, "That was the bus, guys." I did get to see the arch up close. That was
okay. All right.
So look forward to a 15-second pan of that, and then
look forward to a beautiful, short but sweet new edition of Laughing Place on location this weekend.
This Sunday we can watch my Gen Con one. Which, as Luke said, is shorter than last year's, but the repeat ones, there's not as much to do. And it was a D23 year, so there wasn't as much Lorcana news.
Yeah.
But Toy Story 5 currently still in theater, still doing well, but coming soon to watch at home. So you'll be able to get it digitally on August 18th, 1 week from today. You can buy it there. And then if you want physical media, you're going to have to wait till September 22nd. But we did get a look at the Steelbook edition, which I think this is pretty. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that.
It's nice. And then, so that also gives us probably gives us an idea of when it'll be on Disney Plus. My bet would be near that September 22nd date. But again, they change things up. That's not a guarantee. That's just the pattern that we have previously seen. So look forward to checking out Toy Story 5 at home in the coming weeks. Luke, we got a story from Disneyland Paris this morning that is weird to me.
Yeah, I haven't read this one yet. So explain what's going on.
So they've teamed up with Visa for immersive payment terminals as they show up. A couple of here, these have been slowly rolling out. So this is one on Avengers Campus because look, it looks kind of like the Avengers and it has an Avengers logo on it. And then
makes sense.
This one has a star on it. I don't know, like
a Pixar ball logo, I'm thinking.
I don't even know because they also talked about Frozen Land, but I don't know where the Frozen one is. I don't think it's. I mean, this is Frozen, but I don't know what the Frozen one looks like. I don't think it's this.
Yeah,
so because it says the crocus flower image. That just looks like a star. So this looks like, maybe the front of the. Anyway, the point is, the full rollout of 500 terminals is set to be completed by the end of August, so very soon. But they talk this up like it's a cool feature. Like it's a nice little thing that they're doing that they didn't need to do, but like immersive, that feels like a stretch. Slightly themed, what I would say.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I mean, yeah, maybe put some money into remodeling hotels a little bit more than this. But
I mean, I don't know how much this possibly could have cost. Yeah. But this does give me a chance to say that if you are headed to Disneyland Paris, first of all, call our friends at Mouse Fan Travel. But second of all, I highly recommend mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay, because even though your card has a tap technology, your American credit card won't. It'll tap, but then it'll decline it, and then you'll have to insert it and look like an idiot and wait the minute and a half that it takes to process the chip. But for some reason, Apple Pay works instantly. You won't get instantly outed as an American. So yeah, recommend if you have those capabilities that you use those well.
Yeah, every time I travel overseas, I always just use Apple Pay. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
So according to Nikki B, this is maybe like when Trader Joe's plays a turkey gobble during Thanksgiving when you swipe your card, which I just learned is a thing. Maybe because I never swipe my card. Maybe they don't do it for tap to pay, but interesting.
I don't have any Trader Joe's near me. I did go to one in the Bay Area a few months ago, but it was on Thanksgiving. So
yeah.
Well, over in your neck of the woods, Lukey, on Walt Disney World property, the part of the resort near the Grand Floridian called Floridian Way has opened, and it has not one but two roundabouts, which you're used to because you're British, so that means you totally know how to do roundabouts because you were of driving age while you were there.
Yes.
But I can only, this is a good idea overall, but I can't imagine the learning curve that's going to happen here, because Americans are not good with roundabouts, and especially those visiting on vacation who are not used to the area are not going to be used to roundabouts.
Honestly, there's actually quite a few roundabouts near me. Like they're not as uncommon as you might think.
Right.
So hopefully people figure this out. But yeah, this was generally a pretty poor intersection, so hopefully this will improve things a little bit.
In Springfield, we had the first in the United States, the diverging diamond, where you go on the wrong side of the road for a little bit to get on the freeway and then come back over.
Yes, we have those here too. Those are very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully brush up on roundabouts. The key is you look, and if you think you can get into, you just go. Just take your chances. Go. Don't stop there and be all shy.
Going back to the turkey gobble real quick, my inside source has revealed to me that the turkey gobble is when you insert your chip and it gobbles instead of beeping at you to remove it.
Oh.
Which is wonderful. I need to have this happen to me this fall at Trader Joe's.
Indeed.
And apparently roundabouts are all the rage in Lakewood, Washington.
Wow, that was yes, it's
Washington. Yeah. I wasn't 100% sure on that one.
Well, we mentioned Avengers Campus with Disneyland Paris, but over at the American version, we got a little bit of an update.
Excuse me. Yeah, so you've probably heard by now of the propaganda piece Disney World Builders coming out in just a couple of weeks. And in that, one of the Disney executives and world builders featured is Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, and he had some new comments on some of the new attractions coming to Avengers Campus at the Disneyland Resort, where he described the new attraction being built at Avengers Campus and how the ride system with screens that shift with will have screens that shift with the guest point of view is going to redefine what a themed experience can be, which to me just sounds like the Spider-Man ride at Islands of Adventure. Something that has been doing for close to 30 years now. I'm sure this will be excellent. I'm sure this will be great. I think it's going to use the same ride system as the Peter Pan ride at Tokyo Disney Sea, which is Disney's own version of the Spider-Man ride system. So it'll definitely be interesting to see Disney's take on this.
Yeah. Yeah, and so you can check that out. It'll be premiering at D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event, and then will be available on Disney Plus on, I think, the 20th.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, also at Walt Disney World, I don't know why this took so long, but we finally have a new slow loading sign.
Yeah, and the sign isn't even in that picture.
Yeah, that's why I'm just going to go to the next one. Nope.
So GO82 opened last year in the summer of 2025, and almost as long as it's taken for the picture to load is how long it's taken for an actual sign to be in place to access GO82. Before, there was just a little A-frame sign with the same logo on there outside of the exit to Spaceship Earth, also known as Project Tomorrow. And you go in through there and immediately make a left to get to the lobby for GO82. But now there's an actual permanent sign that fits right in with the Epcot aesthetic and the GO82 aesthetic. So you'll be able to find GO82 just a little bit easier on your next.
Which is important now that they have walk-up availability.
Yes, absolutely. Walk-up availability. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to get into GO82.
Well,
which is a fun bar. Expensive, but fun.
The movie The Dog Stars is coming out, and as they tend to do, Disney Plus has added a special look at the new film, so you can find that right now over on Disney Plus, and people will think it's the movie, and so it'll probably be in the top 10 at some point. But to see the actual movie, you can see it in theaters starting August 28th from 20th Century Studios. D23, we got some news about I just copied the wrong thing. About Magic the Gathering. They have their Marvel superheroes set that's out, but they announced some of the things that they're going to be doing at the expo, including there'll be like learn to play events and things like that. But what I wanted to point out are these exclusives that'll be available, also loading slowly. Shuri Wakandan Inventor, this will be available. This promo card will be available when you purchase one of the exclusive play mats or a specific exclusive play mat. They'll be on sale at the event. But I also really like this command tower, which
that's cool.
Looks kind of familiar if you've been to Disney California Adventure.
I don't know why they call it command tower. That's interesting.
Yeah. But that's available if you spend $100 or more in a single transaction at the Magic the Gathering booth at D23. Then you will get this promo card. Well, I'd say for free, but you just spent $100 on cards. So
a little bonus card.
Exactly. But yeah, you can find all of that at the D20. Well, not D23 Expo, but D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event.
D20, whatever you call it these days.
Not D13.
No.
And speaking of 13,
AHS 13.
I don't know why this is dot matrixing on me.
So we've got the 13th season of American Horror Story coming out this fall, and you'll be able to get a little bit of a sneak preview. In fact, I think it might not be a sneak preview because let me double check the dates, but I think the show premieres September 24th. So a couple of weeks into the run, there will be a special panel at Paley Fest in New York that will feature a screening of what will likely be an upcoming episode at that point, and a panel appearance from some of the cast of the show, including Sarah Paulson, Billy Lord, Gabourey Sidibe, and Leslie Grossman.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of American Horror Story, you might want to pay attention on August 8th because we might be getting some fun previews or news or something out of this.
Yeah, sometimes there's some small news. Paley Fest isn't huge for news making in my experience, but it is if you're a fan of the shows and you're going to be in New York or can get to New York, I'd recommend it. There's great conversations, and it's cool to hear from the creators and stars of different shows. I've been to a couple of the LA ones. I've been to Veep, and they also sometimes do like reunions and stuff. So we went to the Lost 10th anniversary one, obviously many years ago now.
I think I might have. I my early days working for Laughing Place, I went to a screening of something in Hollywood, and I don't remember what it was or if it was related to Paley Fest, but I remember it.
I've also been to the Paley Center where they also do smaller panels, and I went to one when ABC debuted its new lineup that at the time included the show Selfie. You remember Selfie?
Oh, I do. I enjoyed the show Selfie.
I remember. I know why you like the show Selfie.
I mean, it was a good show, but also, who doesn't like Karen Gillan?
Yeah.
Find me someone that doesn't like Karen Gillan. Bet you can't.
I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Where's my button? I lost the button there.
And I've had my share of bad reviews.
Nope.
I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
Well, Mike Celestino was interested to check out the new, I want to believe, Vrach Frankenstein
As
edition.
someone that knows nothing about X-Files, this name confuses me very much.
This was the second X-Files movie that came out a long time ago, but now there's a new director's cut, which is actually shorter than the original, which I feel is rare for director's cuts. I feel like those are usually self-indulgent and much longer, but this one apparently changes some things. So here's Mike's final paragraph. Look, here's what I've learned about myself. I am willing to endure a lot of abuse from the X-Files as a growing concern because I feel so very close to its characters, writers, directors, and actors and universe. It's core to my being, and that's not going to change no matter how mediocre to bad content gets churned out with the franchise's logo on it. But I want to believe it isn't bad, in my opinion, nor do I think it ever really was. I just think the movie should be approached by viewers as an extended episode of the TV show. It functions perfectly well in that context, no matter which edit you watch, though my choice might very well be the extended cut, which is not this one. You can track down the Blu-ray copy of that and the correct aspect ratio. But like the recently released Lego set, if Vrach Frankenstein gets more people into the X-Files as Sinners director Ryan Coogler's forthcoming reboot sequel series approaches, I say that's a good thing. And he gives this 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that is, I believe, now available on Hulu, or if not, then it'll be very soon.
And the rest.
Well, the fun of the wonderful world of Disney continues with some screenings of films from the 1990s, and this time with this wonderfully fabulous image. I did tell
her it was S tier.
Yes. She sent it to me as well, and it was I was like, very good job with this one. But Wonderful World of Disney will be screening Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit on Sunday, August 30th. So this is the film from 1993 starring Whoopi Goldberg as Dolores Van Cartier, who once again finds herself trading in her nightclub persona for a habit when she returns undercover as Sister Mary Clarence. So you can see this on Sunday, August 30th. Leading up to that, there's also some other movies airing on the Wonderful World of Disney, including While You Were Sleeping. I think that's this upcoming weekend. Oh, no, that was this past Sunday.
While You Were Sleeping.
Yeah, while I was sleeping, I guess. But you can see The Princess Diaries on this upcoming Sunday, August 16th.
There you go. Well, going around LP as D23 week continues. Yesterday, it was D23 night at Bottle Logic Brewing in Anaheim, just a few miles from the resort. And Michael Celestino was there and shared a look at what it was all about. And tonight is D23 night at the Anaheim Packing District. So we'll have coverage from that. So stay tuned. D23 is more than just the expo portion.
You're gonna love hearing the word, if you call it a word, D23, or the numerals and the numbers and everything this week, because you're gonna hear that a lot.
Yes, and something you'll be hearing a lot about soon is Halloween Horror Nights, as if you haven't already. But now that we know we think all of the franchises that will be part of that, Mac, that's his name, put together a guide of where you can watch all of these things. Luke, while we're talking about Halloween Horror Night, I'm sure you saw the news about the girl from Obsession is going to be like a walk-around character at Universal. What do you think about that, and how is that going to actually work?
I think people are thinking far. There's been some like Twitter and social media discourse about this, and like, she's the victim. But I mean, however she appears, it's just going to be the possessed character. It's going to be from the end of the film where she's, covered in a little bit of blood. She's got some like crazy tattoos on her. Okay. So it's just transporting you into a moment from the movie,
Right. We were just wondering, I didn't know about the tattoos or the blood. We're just like, how are you gonna like distinguish her from a regular guest? Like, if you're walking by, she's gonna have like big eyes. She's like, that girl's kind of weird.
Yeah. I would probably think that, like they've done in years past, like they had Megan out, and I think she was in front of like a Megan backdrop. Mm-hmm. So I think there will probably be a backdrop of some sort.
But even Megan's a little bit more recognizable, I would think.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like that, or maybe she'll just come out with like a musical moment or some sort of like themed audio playing to kind of cue you into that. But whatever the case is, I'm very interested to see how it's done. I love that movie. So I think we were a little too late to get a house for it this year, but being that it was released by Universal, I'm hoping that there's a house next year.
It seems likely. But yes, you check out Mac's article for a guide to where to watch everything before you go, so you're all up on the properties. But then finally, Benji wrote an article about the current Disney Experiences team, which he says is like Thomas Maslam's Avengers.
Woohoo!
Real thing. So yeah, just learn a little bit more about who's in charge of what and why he thinks this is probably one of the best current Experiences leadership teams in quite some time.
Yeah.
All right, sir. It's time for your quiz.
Yes.
On this day in 1965, an actress was born. Her Disney credits include Sophia the First, The Help, and How to Get Away with Moida.
Viola Davis.
Correct. This day in 1976, an actor was born. He appears in Boy Meets World. Kim Possible, Lilo and Stitch the series, Guardians of the Galaxy the series, and many, many more.
Just this week I watched a few episodes of Kim Possible in my hotel room. So it's got to be Will Friedle? Friedle. Okay, third time.
Part of Pod Meets World coming soon to Disney Plus.
Yes.
24th, I believe, is when that comes. This day, 1983, another actor born. He appears in the MCU. Several movies in the MCU. His own series and in the Avengers ones. And
1984?
1983.
Chris Hemsworth?
Correct. And finally, this day in 1993, an actor was born. They appear in Camp Rock, Phineas and Ferb, and Mike, Super Short Show.
Allison Stoner.
Correct.
I got it by your gender pronouns there.
Clever, huh?
Yeah, you were smart.
I actually do have one more. On this day in 1995, a Disney short was released with the movie A Kid in King Arthur's Court.
And I watched a video about this recently. The Runaway Brain.
Yes.
One that Disney prefers to remember, or not remember, rather.
It's an interesting short.
Yes.
Well, let's... is there any other comments we missed? Because that's the end of the show, but I kind of want to make it to the 10 a.m. refresh.
Fred Ramirez said that Sister Act 2 was a funny sequel. I'm not sure what Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond is referring to.
That is Will Friedle as well. He's done lots of different voices, including, he's Batman.
Do you remember that they did a live action Kim Possible?
Yes, with the kid from the Goldbergs, and is it Sadie Sink or someone?
No, it's not Sadie Sink, but I feel like Sadie Sink would have been excellent in that role.
Yeah, I forget who it was. Someone who else had a Disney Channel connection at the time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Fred Ramirez is asking about trivia tonight.
No trivia. They are already in Anaheim. But we will have Barely Necessities. If not Rebecca, it'll be me. And Rebecca and Becca.
Kyle.
Sadie. Okay, her name is Sadie Stanley. You can see how I confused her with Sadie Sink.
That's right. Yeah, I think she was in that Freeform show Cruel Summer that got canceled, and then I guess it's back again.
She was in Cruel Summer, and she also appeared on the Goldbergs.
It's just a Goldbergs reunion, I guess.
I think it was a pre-union, actually.
Was it before the Goldbergs? Okay, interesting.
But I don't remember for sure. Anyway, we have two more minutes.
Fun plans coming up this week leading up to D23.
I'm sure we do. Yeah, let me see. I know we have, like I said, we have D23 night at the Anaheim Packing District tonight. There's a... See, I think I can say these things. I think these are public things, but maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Just in case. That one I know I can't say. That one, the one you're going to.
Fred Ramirez would like to know if he'll see us tomorrow.
Well, Luke's on for the next 10 days, so I know I at least have somebody that
he is, yes. Luke is in for the D23 long haul.
Yes. What was your favorite thing about your visit to Dollywood this time? I know your new ride wasn't open, unfortunately, but
yeah, so sorry, I don't know why my family decided to start doing something very loud right outside my window during the stream. But it was a good time. I got to go on Big Bear Mountain, which was the coaster that opened 2 years ago, I think, for the first time. I got a couple of rides in on that, which is very fun. A little bit of thrill to it, but mostly a family coaster with some great music to it. And very enjoyable. So yeah, I saw Night Flight Expedition from afar and sadly didn't get to go on it. And it opens in, I think there's a media event in like 3 days, which of course lines up with D23. But it's
and then Silver Dollar City is also having an event like this week.
Yes,
because it lines up with D23.
Yeah, they chose poorly on those. But it looks like we have reached the 1 o'clock hour or the 10 o'clock hour. As
I know I've been doing a refresh and haven't seen anything yet, but yeah, it's at 10:01, so I'm gonna call it at least not big enough to be tweeted or on the Parks blog. But thank you all for joining us. Like I said, we should be back tomorrow. But before that, we'll be back for Barely Necessities at 4 p.m. Pacific. So be sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a live stream from us. Anything you want to add before we sign off, Luke?
That's all I've got.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great Tuesday.